Alright guys, today we're going to be drawing Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. So make sure your paper is the tall way like this, up and down, and we're going to get started. We're going to start by drawing Tails' eyes. So we're going to draw these upside down U shapes. Upside down U shapes. Once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and draw his pupil. Now his pupils are shaped like ovals. So we're going to draw 2 ovals. Then when we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and draw a circle inside of his pupil. A circle inside of his pupil. And then one more detail we need to add. Another oval on the inside. So one more oval on the inside. All right, perfect. That's all we need for his eyes. Eyes are done. So we're going to go ahead and move on to his muzzle. So we're going to add this wavy line under his eyes. Wavy line under his eyes for the top of his muzzle. Then he has these fluffy parts on his cheek that go out. So there's 4 of those. Once you're done with that, we're going to do the same thing on this side. Same thing on this side. We're going to draw 4 of them on the other side, just like that. It's already starting to look like Tails, isn't it? So I'll give you guys a couple extra seconds to go ahead and draw that, because I know that was a lot. So we have his eyes, we have his cheeks, and let's go ahead and move on to the bottom of his head. We have this curved line that connects both of the cheeks. Once we've drawn that, we can go ahead and draw his nose. So Tails has a pretty tiny nose. It's an upside down triangle, but it doesn't really have any edges. It's pretty round. So once you've drawn his nose, we're going to draw his mouth. So Tails is smiling, and we can kind of see part of his tongue. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and draw his ears. Tails has pretty big ears. So we're going to draw one triangle, and it's going to connect directly to that cheek fluff we drew earlier. So there's 1. Then we're going to go ahead and add this connecting line. So that's the side of his head we just drew. It's a connecting line. Then we're going to draw the inside of his ears. It's going to connect directly to that line, and we're going to go up to form another triangle. So that's how we draw one of Tails' ears. Then we're going to go ahead and add this curved line on the inside of his ear. Curved line on the inside of his ear. Then Tails has like 3 little pieces of wispy hair on the top of his head. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3. And these are pretty long and pretty pointy. So don't be afraid to draw them kind of big. So we have his ear, we have his wisps of hair. This ear is going to be a little bit more tricky because his hair's kind of in the way. So we're going to draw part of that triangle. It's going to go behind his hair and go all the way down. So it's the same size as the other ear we drew, but it's just hidden a little bit by his hair. So do the best you can. I know it's kind of tricky, but go ahead and draw that other ear. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add that connecting line that we did earlier. And we're going to try to draw that triangle, but it's a little bit more of an angle than the other one. This one kind of tilts to the side a little bit. You see that? Yeah. And again, it's behind his hair, so it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. We can't see the whole thing. And then like the other one, we're also gonna draw that curved line on the inside of his ear. So his head is finally complete. All that's left now is to draw his body. So we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna draw 2 zigzag lines on both sides here. This is gonna be his chest fluff. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring it down. Now, Tails has kind of a peanut-shaped body. So it kind of like curves out and then it's completely curved on the bottom. You guys see that? And we're gonna go ahead and draw his arms. So we're gonna draw slightly slanted lines. They're not perfectly straight up and down, they kind of tilt to the side. Yeah, they kind of tilt a little bit to the side. Then we're gonna start drawing his glove. So we're gonna draw an oval and then color it in. So this is the top part of his glove, the opening where his wrist meets his hand. Then we're gonna draw 2 curved lines around our oval. 2 curved lines around our oval. Then we're gonna start on his hand. So we have this curved line that goes all the way around. Curved line that goes all the way around. And then we're gonna draw his fingers. So there's 1, that's his pinky, furthest away. 2, now we have 2 fingers. 3, and then 4, that's his pointer finger. We're gonna go all the way around and draw the thumb as well. Then we're gonna curve and bring it back to the end of the glove. And there we have 1 hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check and make sure that your Tails has 5 fingers total. A thumb, and then the other 4 fingers. Then we're gonna work some more on his body. So we're gonna do that same peanut-shaped line on this side, over by his arm. Then we're gonna draw his legs. So just like his arm, his legs are also slightly slanted. They're not perfectly up and down. Yeah, slightly slanted. And about the same width as his arm, maybe a little bit thicker. But his arms and legs are not very wide. They're pretty skinny. Then we're gonna move on to his shoes. So just like we did with the glove, we're gonna draw an oval and color it in, but we're not gonna color in the part where his leg is showing. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, draw an oval and color it in. All right, great. Then we're gonna draw those curved lines again, like what we did with the glove. Draw those curved lines again. Then we're gonna do the curved line that connects all the way around. Curved line that connects all the way around. So that's the top of his shoes. So Tails has pretty big shoes. So we're gonna draw him with very big shoes. We have this line that goes down, and then this line that goes slightly to the side and around. So his shoes are kind of like a triangle shape, except they're very round, kind of like his nose. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, except this is more so the side of his foot. The other one was like a 3/4 view of his foot. All right, now we're gonna add some detail to his shoes so they look more like Tails' shoes. So we're gonna add this curved line that goes on the bottom of his shoes. Curved line that goes on the bottom of his shoes. And then another curved line near front of his shoe. All right, let's move on to drawing that last arm. So Tails is holding his arm up. So we're gonna draw this arm going out to the side. Then we're gonna draw this curved line. And then 2 more curved lines. Great, once we have that, we can go ahead and draw his hand. So we're gonna draw this curved line. This is gonna be like the palm of his hand. And then we're gonna curve. That's gonna be his thumb. So his thumb is pointing upwards. Then we're gonna move on to his fingers. So his fingers are pretty close together. So we got 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and then 4 is gonna go all the way around. So double check and make sure that he has a thumb and 4 fingers. Then we're gonna add this curved line where all of his fingers meet, and then a line for the palm of his hand. All right, now all we need to do is draw his tails. So we're gonna start by drawing this curved line that goes behind his thumb and goes almost towards the end of our paper. Yeah, Tails has really, really long tails. So it's gonna go almost off the paper. We're gonna draw this zigzag line, and then it's gonna go all the way back to his foot. Then we're gonna draw these zigzag lines near the top of his tail. And that's gonna help us a lot too when we're coloring later, because the tip of his tail is gonna be white. Then we need to draw his other tail, so we're gonna do the same thing, a zigzag, and then goes down. And this one's behind his other tail and also behind his hand. And we're gonna draw the zigzags for the tip of the tail. Then we just need 1 more line, and that's it. We finished our tails. Now Tails is golden yellow with white tail tips, white gloves, white ears, and white cheeks. He has red shoes and blue eyes. Have fun coloring, bye!